Good morning. I am Shaggy. I am Philaletea. You've caught me washing my hair. Maybe you can tell me how I'm dumb and I'm doing that wrong too, alright? But I want to address the people who ask me if I've ever thought about getting a job. Not for a second. Not since I became homeless. Not since that eviction notice was slapped on the front door of the owner of the house who was kicking me out because she was too cowardly to hand it to me. Because she was making a false and facile claim that I was violent and scary, when the police report she had on me was actually that she owns guns and I was afraid she was going to use them on me, so I called the cops first. So yeah, not for a second. But also, I hang out in this Panera, right? You should know that by now. I hang out in this Panera, and there's one girl in there who's willing to talk to me. One girl who's willing to be polite to me. One person who's willing to humanize me in there. And it's probably because once upon a time she thought that I wanted to fuck. But that's irrelevant. Because now that she knows I'm homeless and she knows other fucking bums and losers because she's from poverty, she thinks I've just always been a bum and a fucking loser, which is hilarious because you can't look this fucking good, and she's slowly realizing that you can't look this fucking good and have never been in the middle class before, or at least never dressed and afforded to live in the middle class before. And so she's all the time telling me, like, why don't you apply? Not even asking me, why don't you apply? She goes, hey, apply. Come work here. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And the answer is A, none of the management have come and tried to communicate with me. And I'm not going to take a job where management is not willing to initiate with a fucking homeless person. If you're too cowardly to initiate with a homeless person, you are not actually in a position of strength to initiate or communicate with anyone from a leadership position. You're not a leader. You're not someone that a child can look up to and go, I want to be just like them. So you don't deserve a leadership position. I'm not going into an entry-level position under a leader that I know I'll have their job inside a day. I'm overqualified for a shift manager job. The only job that I'm appropriately qualified, the only job I'm underqualified for is the district manager. And the only reason I'm not actually qualified for a general manager position is because I refuse to drive a car. And corporations have this idea like you still have to be able to take manual deposits to the bank in 2025. I don't need a car. I've never needed a car. Not to get to work on time. Cars make you late.